Yeah, yeah.
You are looking live at Hollydell Ice Arena in Hollydell, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Rockets 16U girls are getting set to take on the Philadelphia Bells. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo, glad to bring you the action. There's a long road down here for most of us. Friday night traffic from all parts of New Jersey to this part of New Jersey, not the most cooperative at all times, but after the weary car ride, the girls had a chance to do their pregame rituals, get out there for a little warm-up, and they get set to battle the Bells. They had a couple of good games last season, and when these two units have played, they're often very close in competitive games. Rockets come into it at 6-1, but coming off their first defeat of the season. They lost the final game of the AGHF showcase to the Mamaroneck State Line Hawks, 2-0. One of them coming on an empty net goal. So tightly contested there. Emma Lacey will be in the nets for the Rockets, number 7, and you'll see her at the far end of the action today, because when it comes to the arenas and the different venues, you kind of have to pick a spot, and there's not such a great one better than this, so we typically choose the end where the Rockets are attacking each time to show that to you, and depending on how the game goes, we might change that up. If most of the action is played in the Rockets defensive zone, then we might make that kind of change, but we don't anticipate that happening tonight. Rockets in the black jerseys. They have red trim along the shoulders, red numbers with white trim around them, and there's a red band that goes from the Rockets logo on the front all the way through the back underneath the numerals. Black pants, black socks with red stripes that have an R, the Rocket logo, the singular R. Bells wearing the white jerseys with blue pants, red trim. They're lined up at center. Liftoff, period 1. Jacobus wins it over to Hansen, who dumps it. Hansen now back to the customary number 9 after the jerseys switch, and she battles with Kramer right here. Picked away by Menichillo. Hope skates it toward the middle. Centers for Jacobus, but couldn't quite connect. Bells will skate it out. They'll move it up the left wing and dump. We gave you the forwards there in progress, and the defense pair is Mattone and Redmond. Grace Mattone, the lefty, Keira Redmond, the righty. Low angle shot from close range. Lacey has the first save. Rockets pick it up, and they're going to go on a power play here, looks like, as the Bells had possession there for a moment, and they didn't blow the whistle, so I'm dubious as to why that happened. It comes all the way down. It's going to be an icing, so the curious start to the penalty will actually be in the defensive zone because of the icing, but the Rockets will jump on the power play right off the bat, 55 seconds into the game. Looks like Appleby will go off. Didn't see the signal yet. I'm looking over there for it. And it's a hook. So Appleby goes off for the hook. Rockets have 7 forwards and 4 defense today. And despite the icing, they say that this will be an offensive zone draw. I'd be digging deep into the rule book if I told you I knew that rule. I would probably still would have put it back in the defensive zone, but nevertheless. Grace Ulrich on the dot. Hailey Connelly in the slot. Luisa Rizzo on the left side. Lauren Fox at the left point, Aerin Bruno between the points. Hinch 48 in the goal right in front of you. The taller of the two goaltenders. Rockets win the face-off, and they go between the defensemen. It comes to the near side wall. Rizzo shields it off for Connelly. Centering feed, off a skate, it's in! There it is! Connelly with their first of the season. Off the pass from Rizzo, and the Rockets jump out to a 1-0 lead. 69 seconds into the game, it's a power play goal. Rizzo corralled the puck behind the end line, sent it through the defender's legs to Connelly, who was trying to pass it in front. It hit off the skate of the Bells defenseman, eluded the netminder, and it looked like the defenseman actually might have poked it in trying to cover it up. So the Rockets take advantage early on, and they jump out to the 1-0 lead. The penalty's still up on the board, but that'll be taken off here momentarily. Just underway. Outside of Philly. And Rockets 1-0. Same trio, quartet, quintet make that out there, as I could now see Lauren Fox. Same quintet out there. It's Ulrich at center, Rizzo on the left, Connelly on the right, and the defense pair, Bruno on the near side and Fox on the far side. We already had liftoff, and there's another faceoff. Rizzo picks up the loose puck. She comes in 1-on-3, skates around to the left side, looking to establish possession for Connelly over there. She'll battle for it with Stroh. Ulrich picks it up, tries to center it for Rizzo. Ulrich bumped off there. Bells will try to move it up as Stone moves it forward. It comes to the point and kept in, but it'll straddle the line and it'll be taken out and banked off the boards in front of the scorer's table. Rockets corral it in their own end. Lauren Fox as they make the change, jumping on cleanly. A good change. Hope Menichillo. Here comes 48, coming through the slot. Gets through one, gets through another. Couldn't find the backhand at the last moment, but they maintain possession. Mattone chips it forward. Menichillo gets it. It sticks on the back of the net. Tries the wraparound. It's a pass in front, and Jacobus fires it just wide. Bells try to clear it up the boards, but Hansen keeps it in, marches toward the net, centering feed off a skate. Jacobus shovels it forward. One save, another save by Hinch, and she covers it up. Menichillo was there knocking on the doorstep. Stone just got enough of a piece of Menichillo's stick to tie her up from pounding that one in. Rockets off to a fast start. They lead it 1-0, and there's 14:43 left in period one. Jacobus on the dot. Hansen now back into her familiar number 9 in the slot. Menichillo on the left wing. Jacobus beats Durso for the face-off, but Mattone can't keep it in. She's got to wait. Sends it across the blue line, perfectly in time for Hansen to get it. Francesca chips it forward, tries to shove off a defender. Puck finds its way onto the boards and eludes her, but it's picked up, and at the point, Redmond tries to send it through. It's redirected by Hansen, but Hinch kept her eye on it, and she steered it to the far corner. Through slot attempt, can't get through, and Redmond will send it deep. It's picked up there by Radishevsky, and if that name is familiar to you, you've been watching Rockets games for the last couple of years. 43, Larissa Radishevsky, the former Rocket, playing against her old mates for the first time tonight. Menichillo tries to get it, but she's steered off and has it picked off. And it's going to be a scrum along the far point and sent in by Mattone. Radishevsky picks it up. Ulrich picks it off, sends it to the point. Redmond's over there, and I think it's going to be a hook. We'll see who it's against. Hooking is the call. Menichillo the culprit. So the Bells will take their first power play of the game, trailing 1-0 on the power play goal by Hailey Connelly. Connelly from Rizzo, the first of this game tonight, 69 seconds in on the power play, as we said. So Rockets try to kill it off. Looks like Rizzo is on the dot. Let's see who's in the slot. That is Cook. Rizzo and Cook up front. Fox and Bruno on the back line. Shot sent through the slot and wide. Lacey was there, but she didn't have to make a save. They battle for it near the point. Bruno's there, gets a little help, and now it's sent back in. Bruno will curl it around the net, go to the far side boards. Fox hustles over there, can't keep it, but holds her position. Centering feed, no Bells could get a stick on it, nor Rocket, so it goes all the way through. Sent down from the left point behind the end line, stick tied up. That's Bruno, but fighting through with the body. They try to work it from behind the net toward the front. Lacey down prone. It comes out in front. Looked like she might have gotten the left pad on it. Rizzo's going to chip this out. and she gets it into the offensive zone. Cook is there with Rizzo in pursuit. They force the play to go up the far side. Bell's on a change with a minute left in the power play. Rizzo hustles off. Bruno chips it in, and she will follow it as Cook stands sentry as well. Bruno pushed down, but no call, and that wasn't anything more than just incidental contact. So refs doing their thing so far evenly. Stone will move it out, 29. She sends it up the far side boards a little too strong. They wave off the icing. I'm not sure why they did that. It looked like the pass just eluded the player and went in, and it was well behind the end line. Radoszewski will get it and send it at the net. Lacey leans out about a foot to knock it away into the far side corner. 20 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Rockets, who lead 1-0. 11:52 left first period. Comes to the point, chipped out past Radoszewski. Ulrich trying to race through. Ulrich in on the shorthanded breakaway. Ulrich gets it tapped away from behind by Kramer. Big save. Connelly gets it. She takes a bump from behind. Mattone steps in, can't get it through as Radoszewski blocked it away. Somebody was looking for a penalty back there. It was behind the play. And it's sent down, and the Rockets have killed it off. Redmond reverses. Keira sends it forward for Connelly. Can't get it out. Sends it through into neutral ice finally. And Menichillo out of the box will get it and send it. Radoszewski knocks it down with the glove, bunts it over to Kramer, but it's picked off at the line. Jacobus over there, chips it forward. Menichillo's on the opposite side, so they force Radoszewski to go toward the point side, and that's where it goes, but they do win it through the Bells. Redmond hustling back, takes the angle, gets the puck. Bells change except for 2. Comes up, and they tried to hit the home run pass for Hansen, but couldn't quite connect. Reversed there and sent through neutral ice and bandied about by the two teams, and Hansen gets it and sends it in. Hansen now back to number 9. Mattone to 89, at least for the moment. Menichillo through the slot looking, tries to send a backhand, but it gets knocked down by Stone, and it's sent to the point. Bruno has nowhere to go, so she shoots it to you at home. Sent back around to the far side boards, and Fox steps in. It took a strange bounce off the boards. Hansen corralled it, but not cleanly. She tried to center it, but under pressure couldn't get it through. Bells will get it, but they're not quite breaking out so much as forcing it out. Stone over the line on the right side. She gains the right point and fires a shot toward the net. It's knocked down there for a moment and now covered by Lacey. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 9:54 left first period. Rockets 1, Bells nothing. If you're just joining us, it was Hailey Connelly on the early power play from Luisa Rizzo, and that was at 1:09 of the first period. That means 1:09 in. Usually I just give the time on the clock when they score, but that was a quick one, easy to remember. Cook sends it up to Rizzo. She'll bunt it off the boards on the far side and chase back after it, but can't regain the possession. Bells send it off to Dasher, but it comes to Redmond at the point. Fans on the shot, but backhands it in. Takes a bump at the point from behind. Puck's not there, so they're going to let the bumping go, and they're going to let it go, and you better make sure you give it as well as you get it. Through the zone on the left side come the Bells. There was a shot from the top of the left circle that Lacey got with the blocker and covered up. Turnaround shot. Lacey knocks it down. Looked like maybe with the mask. And it comes to the far side. Radoszewski bumping over there, and the Rockets get it up but not out. That was Rizzo and Radoszewski. Redmond gets it, reverses it to the near side, looking for the big pass, but it can't get it through. And the Bells will have possession down low. Rizzo picks it off. She is 2-on-2 right here. Gains the line on the left side, dumps it, and she will change. Ulrich pursued for a moment, turns around, and she will change. Radoszewski moves it forward for the Bells. But Odoria couldn't get it in. Odoria, rather, couldn't get it in. Now they do get it in after a couple of tries. And Bruno's the one to battle for it with Durso along the end boards on the far side. Bruno wins that one, and she skates it forward, negotiates it out of the zone as Menichillo uses the body to steer the puck room for freedom. Jacobus is going to pick this one off on the forced turnover and send it behind the end line. Radoszewski will get it and move it up but not out. It's kept in for a moment, and now Hansen picks up a loose puck and backhands it beyond the end line. Radoszewski to Kramer and up the left wing. Bruno was trying to get there. Menichillo just had to plow through somebody who stepped in to interfere. They don't call the interference or the check, so they let him play. If you're going to step in the way, you risk the interference if the puck's not there, but you also risk getting steamrolled. 7:43 left first period. 1-0 Rockets on the goal by Connelly. Her first of the season, and it was on the power play. Menichillo up the left wing. Can't get it out. It's kept in by Stone. Fox will retreat. Bumps one player, but can't bump her off the puck, and they'll battle for it. Bells pick it up. Looking to center. Knocked away by Jacobus, it looked like, coming back deep. There's a tackle over there, but no call. It looked like just pushing. Nothing illegal. It's a little high push and a little spin, but puck was there. Kind of looked pretty good from here, and they don't call it. I agree with the non-call. Menichillo's going to skate it up. She's got Stone to beat. She'll try to do it right down Broadway. Wrist shot. Hinch with the glove save. Couldn't corral it, but she got enough to keep it out of the net. Referee stealing the perspective over here. There's a bump against the boards. Mattone took the check. And the Rockets will go on their second power play. As Mattone got checked and she gets up, seems to be okay. So they'll start it off with Ulrich on the dot, Cook in the slot, and the goal scorer, Connelly, on the far wing. Mattone on the left point, Redmond between the points. Bells win the face-off, but it comes back to the point. The point switch. Redmond, wrist shot. Couldn't get it all the way through. It looks like it hit somebody in front. Maybe Kramer. Picked off between the points and sent at the net by Mattone, but Hinch steers it aside. Bells reverse it. Kramer pushing for it. She battles with Cook. The stanchion's in the way. Sorry, this is not the NHL broadcast. This is Joe Rizzo's YouTube. And we're glad that you're joining us here, by the way, on a Friday night when the Mets and the Braves are battling for the NL East and Aaron Judge is trying to set the home run record. What better way to enjoy it than have that on your TV and have this on your YouTube? And we appreciate that. Ulrich grabs it, and the Rockets try to reset the power play. Slapper by Mattone hits Radoszewski in the behind and deflects toward the near side. Picked off over there by Robertson, who sends it up toward the point but can't get it out. Rockets go between the point. Mattone, slapper, hits Radoszewski again, this time in the hip on the front side. Rockets reverse it around. Robertson and Connelly battle. Redmond steps in, goes between the points. Here's Mattone. Mattone skating it all the way down. Sharp angle shot. Hinch knocks it away with the stick. Robertson has plenty of time and just sends it right up the middle to get it out, but the Bells were looking for a change, and they get it now as the Rockets fumble it a little bit in their own zone, and the Rockets will try to move it out. Jacobus overskated it there, and Menichillo comes back to grab it, and she'll skate in on the left wing with Hansen. Here comes Menichillo. Center for Hansen, couldn't get it, connected. They dialed the number, but there was no connection. That's the joke that we got to know from the old time. Couple trip each other up over there, and getting up gingerly. Hansen calls for the referee to stop play, and she's calling for the other team's coach to come over. So in a sporting gesture, the two players get tied up, and Hansen, immediately recognizing the severity of her opponent's fate, calls for assistance, but she does get up on her own. She's going to take off the helmet over there. It looks like, or at least loosen it. So you hope it's not anything with the head ever, and we're glad to see the Bells player up and moving.
I'm coming.
She'll take a spot behind the bench and move over behind the protection of the penalty box so she can keep the helmet off. and get looked at, and hope that she's okay over there. So we're glad to see a quick recovery, and we never want to see any of our girls get hurt, no matter which side you're from. It's never more important than just a hockey game. Rockets bring it in offside. The penalty is over, so they converted on the first and couldn't convert on the second. The Bells 0 for 1 on their power plays thus far. Jacobus on the dot with Hansen on the near side wing, Menichillo on the far side. Bruno grabs it up for Hansen. She's going to skate in one-on-one, curling. Menichillo in front, one-timer, couldn't connect it at the net. Stone got a piece of the shot. Menichillo's going to skate it around the world. Reverses, tries to keep it in the slot but can't do it. Banked off the boards and out. It's no icing. I guess they thought somebody tipped it. It looked like it was a couple of feet away. So they're not quick to call the icings here. There's been a couple that looked like they should have been called and they weren't called. Here comes Menichillo with Ulrich. Menichillo gets down low. Over to Ulrich. One-timer score! 48-84 equals 2-0 Rockets with 3:51 left in the first period. Menichillo came through on the right wing. Deftly got around one, figured her way around the other, and Grace Ulrich streaked right down the middle, and Menichillo left her a pass. Ulrich one time to through the pads and doubled the lead. So Ulrich with the second, Connelly with the first, and that was on the power play, 2-0 Rockets. Now off to a good start on a Friday night. Rockets will move it in. Here's Rizzo. She chips it and she'll follow it. Radoszewski gets there first. Chips it past Ulrich. Connelly near side gets bumped off, and the Bells break out. It is 3-on-3 over there, so they don't have numbers, and they dump it. Goes to the far side corner. Redmond trying to push her player off. She stays with it over there. Gets a little help down the middle from Mattone and someone else, Ulrich. Oh, that one jumped out of his zone. Rizzo was looking to break. Oh, another D-to-D pass. Rizzo was looking to pick that one off. Comes up in front of the Bells bench and out. Bells will send it in right from the dot at center ice, and the Rockets retreat to get it with less than 3 minutes left and a 2-0 lead for the team in black. That one sent up. It's not going to be an icing. They waved it off. Could have called an interference or an icing. Either one would have been okay. I'm not sure why they waved off that icing again, but they've waved them off consistently here in the first period, and that's all you could hope for is the consistency. Bruno up in front of the scorer's table, chipped it forward. Jacobus retreats to get it, and she banks it hard, angle off the far boards for her, the near side for us. And Hansen was there, but Kramer eventually grabbed it. Hansen gets it again. Kramer brings it into her own zone. Menichillo tries to pick it off. Oh, and a big stop right there. Stone saved Kramer from a near fatal mistake, because if Menichillo walks in on pretty much any goalie on the East Coast, it's not going to mostly be good news for the goalie. Here comes Hansen. She'll shovel it for herself to the far corner. Spin, tries to center it, but it's picked off by the rushing Stone, and she'll rush it all the way from behind her net through neutral ice and send it forward, where the Bells will break in onside with 100 seconds left in period one, and the Rockets holding a 2-0 lead over the home-standing Philadelphia Bells in Hollydell, New Jersey, in the shadows of Rowan University, formerly Glassboro State. And the Rockets will break it in. Lauren Fox will get it off the boards and follow, as she's a defenseman. Ulrich sends it between the points, and that was Redmond trying to jump in off the late change, and just a little too much mustard on that pass right there. Rockets have to retreat to their own end to get it. Redmond for Cook. Cook up the middle was looking for Ulrich, couldn't find her. Rizzo's also there. Radoszewski steers it through neutral ice, and the Bells break in. We're under a minute left in period one. We'll switch sides between periods and give you a little better look at Hollydell Ice Arena during that time. And you could check the stands for all the brave people who made the long drive. Here comes Rizzo. Ulrich hustles off for a change. Rizzo trying to get around Radoszewski. Turns, spins, takes a push from behind. Centering pass for Jacobus. PJ shoots. Right pad saved by Hinch. And Radoszewski comes along and clears it away to herself. Sends it up toward the point, but Redmond keeps it in. Sent down low. Hinch maybe got a piece of it. Couldn't really see from this angle. Rizzo centers it, but doesn't get it in front of the end line. She was looking for either Cook or Jacobus. It's kept in at the point for a moment by Redmond, but she loses it and has to use Mattone with 4 seconds. Sent in just onside as Rizzo towed the line. That'll expire the first period, and it was a good one for the Rockets, who get a power play goal by Hailey Connelly 69 seconds in. And an even strength goal by Grace Ulrich with 3 and change left in the first. And they'll carry a 2-0 lead into period 2 as we switch sides and you get a look at the fans in the stands. Some waving, some not. Does anybody want to be seen? Yes, they do. A lively crowd on a Friday night. Look at the excitement. So we'll switch it up over here. I might talk a little louder this period because I was in the midst of 4 people from the Bells side and who gave me a window of glass, but I'm not sure how they feel about hearing the homer. Don't mind me, I'm just setting up the shot to give you the best picture. The scoreboard a little bit more difficult for me to see over here, so I might have to jump out of the way now and again, and it's not directly in my line of sight, so if I'm not so quick to give you score and time in this period, it's because of that. In fact, the scoreboard is just over there. You can't really see it. The American and Canadian flags are above it, so if you could make those out, you can see at least kind of where the scoreboard is. You can see the banner on the far side for Rowan University ice hockey. So that gives you a little idea of where you are if you're into the college scene or your kids are in college or looking. I can tell you from North Jersey, it's a couple hours and change drive on a Friday night. These Rockets uniforms have gone over pretty well. Initially, during the off season, when we saw some prototypes, there were some gasps and raised eyebrows, but the finished product have pleased, not all, because you're never going to please all, but they've pleased most, and I think there's varying degrees who say they like the white jerseys better, and others who say they like the black jerseys better. I like both all the same, and you'll maybe get a better look at them here. Emma Lacey goes to the far side now to occupy the net over there. Hinch on the near side. All the players are getting ready. At center. Liftoff, period 2. Bells win the face-off. Hansen was trying to pick that one off. Radoszewski will get it, turn, and send it up the far side. Once again, no icing. They're just not going to call it much today. That was pretty much should have been icing at this point, but if they're not going to call it, that's fine. At least, as I said, they're consistent. That's all you could ask from the referees. This is not the NHL. It's U19 AA girls hockey. Rockets holding a 2-0 lead, just underway. Period 2. They are 1 for 2 on the power play, and that was Hailey Connelly that scored, and they have killed off the only shorthanded attempt. Hansen will march in with Jacobus. Radoszewski hustles back. Hansen forced to the far side, has to dump it. Radoszewski reverses it for Kramer, but Jacobus picks it off, sends it at the net. Hinch knocks it away with the stick. Radoszewski moves it out past Hansen, and they ping-pong it right back down. Menichillo right in front of you. will grab it and send it toward the slot. Hansen was trying to move it over for Jacobus, couldn't quite do it. Kramer's going to skate it out, gain the center line, send it in, and change. This is the period of the long change, and they call it that because if you have the puck in the offensive end, or rather, if you have the puck in the defensive end, it's much harder to change because you have to just go a further distance. If you have it in the offensive end and you're enjoying a lot of possession, it's actually much easier to change. Sent at the net from the point, that was Connelly, and the Rockets were able to change while they had the puck in the zone there, so they kept possession for an extra tick more probably than they otherwise would have because of the efficiency of their change. 2 minutes have elapsed in period 2, and 2-0 is the score in favor of the Rockets. We're glad you're joining us from Hollydell Ice Arena as Emma Lacey makes a save with the blocker, and the Bells move it down low along the side of the near circle at the bottom. Rockets chip it up and send it out. Ulrich up front at center with Connelly and Cook at the moment. Bruno and Fox, the defense pair. Bruno the righty, Fox who's now getting the puck, the lefty. Sent up and out. Bells make the change. And you got to be careful to not make sloppy changes when the puck is there, because that's frequently when you get too many men on the ice. Men, players, whatever. The penalty says men. It's fine. We know what they mean. Sent along the end line and reverse now as we tick under 14 minutes left in period 2. 2-0 Rockets. Connelly and Ulrich, the goal scorers. It helps me to repeat them because I'm not at liberty to take notes here. There's kind of a lot going on with the filming. Here comes Ulrich. Can she get in alone? She can't. Kramer was able to stand her ground. Cook's going to pick up the loose puck. Jacobus jumps out. Connelly's still there with Cook. That one's sent out to neutral ice, and they go between the defense pair as Jacobus looks to bring it in up the near side wing. Can't quite get a handle on it. Here's Menichillo. Tries to get through the top of the circle. Does. Redmond sends it down for Jacobus. One shot, left pad saved by Hinch. Kicked it away. Hansen got dumped in front. No call. Menichillo will curl out, go right down through the slot, shoot, and there's a big save with the blocker by Hinch, who picks it up. Referee looking for that puck. It hit the protective netting and then cheated its way over the glass. And if they want me to get it, I'm kind of working right now. They didn't look at me, by the way, to get it, but it looks like someone will get it. Jacobus on the dot. Connelly in the slot. Menichillo on the near side hash marks. Mattone at the right point. Redmond on the right point. Mattone on the left. Jacobus and Connelly battling for it. It goes to the far corner. Redmond goes between the points. Too strong for Mattone. This time they wave off the icing because you can't send the puck down to your own end and have it be icing, although we actually have seen that happen. Long pass up, and Menichillo is going to grab it after an exchange. Gets knocked down but not tripped. Coach Jacobus looking for the call. Both benches have been looking for some calls here. The Rockets have gotten 2 power plays as Ulrich curls through the slot. Down low for Rizzo. She looks to gather but had to regather. Tries to get off the wrist shot, sends it slowly at the net. Didn't quite get on it what she was looking for. I think she wasn't looking to shoot. She was looking to get Ulrich on the near side post, but couldn't quite get it through. If that puck had just come to her the right way, she probably would have been able to blast it. 13, Rizzo in the slot. Ulrich on the dot. Connelly on the far hash. The right point is Aerin Bruno. The left point, well, between the points, is Lauren Fox. Rockets can't win the face-off, but let's see if they can win possession. Fox to Rizzo. She's got 1 assist. She set up Connelly's goal. Nearly does it again as it's loose in front. Connelly was streaking down the middle. Hinch dove out to cover it. It eluded her glove. And Connelly came on the near side. If she which was the right thing to do. If she happened to be on the far side, she would have had the easiest tap-in of her life. Kept in at the point by Radoszewski, but it's picked up down low by Bruno. Tries to steer it up the near side wig, can't do it. Recovers herself, gets knocked down with a stick over there. Sent in the slot, loose puck. I'm not sure if Lacey had to stop a shot there. Turnaround shot, goes just wide. Fox loses the stick, soccers it away like she's with Leeds United as Rizzo chips it out, trying to get Ulrich sprung, couldn't quite do it. Rizzo waiting for Ulrich to get on side, couldn't keep it in there long enough. Radoszewski sends it down and decks Rizzo for what that's worth, and you can maybe hear the coaches screaming for that one to be called. That shot comes on Lacey, but it wasn't a high quality shot, and she steers it to the far corner. It comes to that corner and is bandied around from the point and back. Sent through the slot. Lacey steered it away with the stick, whiffed off at the point, and picked up by Jacobus. She's going to skate in around the backside of Hansen, try to turn the corner on the right side. Jacobus comes all the way right at you. She'll curl around the circle, gives it to Mattone. Mattone will try to find a lane with the puck, and she shoots it just wide of Hinch's glove side. Redmond pinches in from the point. Menichillo will get it. Centering feed. Jacobus bats it in with the backhand in toward the net, but it goes just wide. Hansen reverses it for Menichillo. It's a little too strong for her. Shorn will chip it past Mattone, and Redmond will hustle back to touch it up. 10 minutes left, period 2, 2-0 Rockets, as Ulrich will hustle on. Menichillo was going to get off for a shift, but she sees the scoring chance here with Ulrich, so she stays on for half a moment. Hansen picks that one off with the feet, centers it toward Ulrich. Ulrich keeps track of it somehow and sends it to Mattone. Mattone tries to get it through traffic but can't, and it goes to the far side corner. Robertson trying to move it forward, but Menichillo picks it off of her stick. Menichillo won on 3 bells. It comes to the near side, and Grace Mattone steps in, steers it lower for Grace Ulrich, and the two Graces under fire keep it in for a moment, but can't keep it in for possession. Rockets able to change one as Rizzo moves it forward, shrugging off Stone. She's been one of the best in white so far, 29. Rizzo will get it. Curl off the boards. Sent it for Redmond. Wrist shot, knocked down by 1. Doesn't get all the way through. Rizzo tries to bump her player off, and Ulrich swoops in to grab the puck. Ulrich still looking. Tries to reverse it. She's 1-on-2, and one of them Stone, and Stone steers her off at 29. Sends it up and out for Dorio, and they get it for a moment but can't maintain it. Rockets will now bring it in. Jacobus. That's knocked back in by the bell, so that's an onside play right here. The Rockets are free to pursue. They're not offside. Comes up the near side boards, and they'll move it out. Knocked away by Jacobus. Looks up for Rizzo. Rizzo gets it. Oh, she was trying to send Hansen in, but Stone got a piece of it just in time. Otherwise, Rizzo would have been sending Hansen in on the breakaway. That one sent in. Rizzo will hustle to the bench, and Menichillo will jump on to join Jacobus. Loose puck. Jacobus picks it up. Wraparound attempt through the slot, and it goes wide. Hinch was there. Jacobus regathers in the slot, fires it wide. Stone trying to cover it up. It's loose. Oh, she never covered it, but the referee couldn't see from this side. She never covered it, and she gets a break there. So it's part of the game. There's 2 refs, and the far side ref down low is typically the one who's going to blow the whistle there. Jacobus on the dot, Hansen on the near side boards, Menichillo in the slot. They always win the face-off, but as has so often happened in the Rockets' 6-1 start this season, they seem to not even need to win the face-off to gain possession in the offensive zone. As Menichillo curls, sends it through the slot. One-timer by Jacobus, doesn't get all the way through. Hinch was ready. She was down. She was ready with the glove. She might have shoveled it forward with the glove. 7:30 left, period 2. Rockets 2-0 on goals in the first period by Connelly and Ulrich. Wrist shot by Hansen is whistled wide. Ulrich, the second goal scorer, the even strength goal scorer. tries to move it around and sends it to the point where it's batted back in. Konecki sends it out. Bruno off the boards at a sharp angle. Hansen lifts a stick for that one to be allowed in. Ulrich trying to pick that one off. Cook now out with Connelly and Ulrich up front. Rockets with the 7 forwards have mainly rotated positions on the second line and have kept the first line pretty much intact. And the 2 defense pairs have been intact for most of the season, although the pairings sometimes do switch up. Ulrich on the dot. Connelly in the slot. She has a power play goal. Ulrich has an even strength goal. Cook on the near side hash. Mattone at the left point. Redmond cheats all the way up. She's the right defenseman, but she cheats right up to the circle. Mattone gets by 1. Mattone picks it up, sends it toward the slot. Connelly was pushed off there by Cazzoli. Connelly backhand attempt, but no one was in the slot. Cook eventually gets to it. Redmond sends it at the net, but it goes wide. 6:20 left, period 2. 2-0 Rockets. They traveled hard on a Friday night, and so far they've been rewarded. Let's see how the legs hold up throughout. This one is sent down, and it will be an icing. So there have been precious few icings in the game. In fact, strangely, one of them was in the first period, and it stopped action because the Rockets iced the puck. It was during a delayed penalty, so they really weren't penalized for the icing because the penalty occurred in the attacking zone. They were given the face-off in the attacking zone after the icing. So I didn't really know that rule, and now I do, because you watch enough hockey and you'll see something new practically every game. Rockets battle for it in offensive ice here as it comes to Grace Mattone, wearing number 89 for the first time. Sent through traffic, Hinch steers it aside. It wasn't going on net. Cazzoli ripped the stick out of Menichillo's hands, and she's going to go to sit in the penalty box for a couple of minutes for holding the stick or hooking or whatever you want to call it. But Menichillo smartly just let go of that thing, and geez, when the player is skating away with 2 sticks, it's kind of hard to hide from the fact that you just committed a holding the stick penalty. So the Rockets will engage on their 3rd power play of the game with 5:42 left in period 2, and New Jersey holding a 2-0 lead over Philadelphia. Hansen on the dot, Menichillo in the slot, Jacobus on the far side hash mark. Redmond at the right point, Mattone at the left. Redmond over to Mattone. Mattone looking to bring it in, fans on it, recovers, gets a little help from Menichillo, who will skate it around the line and just keep going to the net. Centers it right through, but can't connect. Redmond off a pad, and Hinch stays in there and makes the save. Kramer spins around, but gets it knocked away by Jacobus. It's sent toward the net, but knocked away by Radoszewski. Radoszewski 43 and Menichillo 48 will battle it out in front. Towing the line right there are the Rockets, and they manage to keep it in. The first 35 seconds of power play time have been with their possession, as Doria will skate it out shorthanded, 2-on-3, and gets past 1. That's Mattone, but Redmond there to help clean it up, and she steers it behind Lacey, the goaltender, on the far side. Sent up from Menichillo, who will skate it right down Broadway. Here comes Menichillo, trying to get through Radoszewski. Centering feed for Hansen, tries to backhand it. Kick save, rebound, shot. What a save with the glove by Hinch on Jacobus down low. Hinch looking over to, I think that might be Mom, just on the side of where I am, and saying, wow, because that was a heck of a save. I was getting ready for the goal call. 52 seconds left in the power play, 4:34 left, period 2. Rockets lead. Ulrich on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Connelly on the far side. Ulrich sends it toward the net. Didn't get a lot of juice on it, but Hinch covers it up, and they'll just redo the whole thing. Bruno at the right point, Fox at the left. And the defensemen are cheating in. You can see them all. We get everybody in the shot. Rizzo tries to fire it in off the face-off that Ulrich sent forward. It comes up the near side by Hodges. Fox sends a headhunter. It's knocked down by Kozely and moved forward now by Stone. Stone all the way through. Stone short-handed. Lacey hustles out and dives on that one, covers it with the catching glove with the dexterity of a lizard. Emma Lacey, number 7. 26 seconds left in the power play. The Rockets with a defensive zone draw and 4:08 left in period 2 to work with to try to improve on their 2-0 lead. Rockets win the faceoff. They send it around the boards. Bruno tries to move it up toward Connelly, but it was too ginger to get a completed pass. Ulrich and Rizzo are going to break out together. Ulrich and Rizzo, 2-on-1. Ulrich to Rizzo, a little too strong. Rizzo's going to have to gather it. She'll curl around the end line. Looking. She has 1 assist today. Over to Fox. Wrist shot through traffic. It goes just wide. Goes toward the far side boards. Connelly there battling with Kozely. Connelly wins it. Down to Ulrich. Ulrich looking for Rizzo in front. Gets it knocked away. Comes up the near side board, sent through, and they're going to say no icing because it went through Fox's legs. That'll kill off the remainder of the penalty as the Rockets will try to move it up and out of the defensive zone. Bruno over there, she's 1-on-2 now. Gets a little help finally from Ulrich. They'll battle there along the far side boards. It's sent through the middle of the ice, and Fox is going to pick it up, or is that Mattone now? Mattone bunts it out. This is going to be Rizzo coming in on the near side wing. She draws Radoshevsky, feeds it over Jacobus. Jacobus to Hansen. Wrist shot, pad save, and she leaves no rebound as Hinch. Hinch has kept them in it here. She's got a couple of big saves, including one on the power play just a moment ago that she robbed Jacobus from close range. So 48, keeping her team close here, and it's 2-0 in favor of the Rockets. 48 on the far side. Jacobus on the near side looking for 48, and she does. Menichillo gets it. Menichillo looking for the sharp angle shot. Right toe save by Hinch. Mattone sends it toward the middle. Jacobus grabs it in front and roofs it for a 3-0 lead. PJ Jacobus grabs the loose puck in front and roofs it over the sprawling Hinch to make it 3-0 with 2:31 left in period 2. Even strength goal for Payton Jacobus. Rockets with the good puck movement down low. The centering feed was there. It deflected off of a skate and it found its way to the bottom of the slot or the top of the crease. Take your pick, that sort of area in between the two. And Jacobus was there all alone, and she had the two most valuable things in hockey, time and space. And with that, she converted. Redmond through traffic, redirected, and Hinch with the save. So Hinch shakes that one up. She really had no chance on the last one. I mean, you can't have a top-notch player loose with the puck in front of the net and expect your goalie to just keep saving that type of situation. But she rebounds quickly. Rockets win the face-off. They go between the points. Mattone tries to tee it up. Stick save. Stone picks up the rebound, and she'll skate it out. Send it through neutral ice, but can't connect. Redmond on rails. Turns once, turns twice, chips it forward. Can't get possession, but doesn't give it away. 71's brilliant. She's been a pleasure to watch here through 7.5 games so far for the Rockets. Keira Redmond. Rockets send it in, and they'll change. Kozely will send it all the way down, this time in icing, no hiding from that one. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 1:31 left, period 2, 3-0 Rockets on a Friday night. They traveled long to get down to Hollydell Arena, even the ones who live close-ish. It took everybody a long time tonight. So the Rockets will face it off here. Ulrich on the dot, Cook in the slot, Rizzo on the near side, Fox on the left point, Bruno on the right. Ulrich uses the body. Good, gets a nice pass over to Rizzo, who centered it. Got it all the way through there, but no Rocket to convert. Bells move it out. Rockets waiting. Fox waits for her team to get onside. Rizzo grabs it. Back and forth with Radoszewski. Radoszewski sends it down. And we have 1:10 left in period 2 as Lacey gobbles that one up. And we'll take the face-off to her glove side. 68 seconds left, period 3. 3-0 Rockets. If they keep things in control as they are, they'll push their record to 7-1, but that's premature. There's still a lot of time to go. And plenty of potent players in white. One of them is number 43, Radoszewski, who sends it at the net. And Lacey has to block it down and cover it up. And they'll redo that whole sequence 5 seconds later. Face-off battled for. Radoszewski keeps it in. Knocks down Rizzo with the push. Refs and teams screaming for that. Rizzo gonna skate it in. Gets through one. Can't get the stick around. Kept in at the point. 42 seconds left. Cook sends it down low. Not sticked aside by Hinch. She just didn't have to get there. Ulrich battles for it. Rizzo digs it out. Over to Bruno. Bruno shovels it forward. Couldn't get it through as Radoszewski picks it off. She'll skate it up the right wing. Steered off by Bruno. Fox grabs it. Up to Cook. They have numbers. Cook with Ulrich. Cook comes in. Wrist shot. Save. And she holds on. Does Hinch. Cookie had the shot. The defender peeled off to play. It looked like Rizzo coming down the middle. And Ulrich then was the trailer. Cook got off a good hard shot, but Hinch was able to corral it and leave no rebound. A rebound would have been trouble because there were 2 Rockets right there. Jacobus on the dot, Menichillo in the slot. Menichillo trying to pick off a loose puck that was won by the Bells, and eventually Stone skates through the top of the crease to knock it out. Redmond bunts it down and can't keep it in. And there's 4.8 seconds left. There's a funky dance after falling down, does Keira. And they're having a little chuckle out there. So that face-off will be outside of the offensive zone. Enough time for the Rockets to make a quick rush. Probably not enough for the Bells to do anything here. So the Rockets maybe should try to blitz. Redmond will get it. She'll dump it in. That'll expire the period. And with a 3-0 lead, the Rockets will try to clamp this thing down in the third. We'll switch sides once again to give you a better look at the closeness of the action. And we'll go through the stands once again and see if our rowdy Friday night crowd I see some yawns over there. It looks like maybe the Rockets contingent didn't all take their Geritol tonight, so they do the wave. Maybe there was some Geritol taken. And you have your Bells faithful over there. As we switch it down over here. And we'll bring you the third period. Oh, well, let me tell her hello then. Susan Hinch watching her niece have a spectacular game thus far, including a 5-star save during the power play toward the end of the period. So if you're joining us from Chicagoland, Susquehanna, Salem, Scandinavia, or Scarborough, Ontario, we're glad you are watching. whichever side you're on. Hinch now occupying the goal to this side, and Lacey to the far side. 17 minutes on the clock. Liftoff, period 3. Rockets win it. Redmond sends it too strong for Hansen. It goes over the line, no icing. That's sort of the theme of the game right there. Different refs would have called about 10 so far. That's okay. Pizzoli moves it back into her own circle, sends it to the point Mattone. Mattone chips it down. Pizzoli's going to repatriate that same spot and just play catch with Mattone. Mattone's going to march in. Shot redirected, and it goes just by Hinch's glove side. Doria will move it out up the left wing, try to spin, but Jacobus was there. Now it's knocked in, and Mattone will pick it up, reverse it for Redmond. She'll try to chip it forward, gets it picked off there. They bandy about. Now on the near side wall, Hansen chips it off, and she will not get it out as it's just barely kept in. Still battling for it at the point. It comes out. That's Ulrich who grabs it with Menichillo. Pizzoli the one to beat. Ulrich, wrist shot, big save with the left pad by Hinch. Menichillo, backhand, couldn't get it through. Redmond will send it between the points to Mattone. She'll tee it up. Left pad save, Hinch. Stone couldn't corral the rebound. Menichillo picked it up. Menichillo still with it. Wrist shot off the crossbar. Hinch went down, forced a high shot. Menichillo went high and just a millimeter too high. Or if you're Hinch, a millimeter high enough. Ulrich takes the long pass. She's got Rizzo with her. She's got Radishevsky to beat. Steers it back, and there's going to be too many men. You could see 2, 4, 6. 6 white jerseys out there. And one of them headed to the penalty box, and the Rockets will have their 4th power play. 1 for 3 thus far. The Bells 0 for 1. Face off to Hinch's blocker side. Ulrich on the dot. Connelly has a power play goal. She's in the slot. Rizzo on the far wing. Fox at the left point. Bruno between the points. Bells win it. Radishevsky cuts through, and Larissa's going to break up the left wing. She has a little time and space and chips it forward past Bruno. She'll chase it down herself. Bruno there, bodies her off, moved forward. Now the Bells pick it up shorthanded, looking. A lot of possession here. Chipped up to the boards. Rockets are just going to pick this one off and come in. Connelly couldn't get it over the line. Ulrich's there to help out, using the body to move it forward and eventually the stick. Bells move it back into their own end. Kramer spins around one but can't get through Connelly. Ulrich will try to chase down Radishevsky, rather Rizzo tries to chase her down. Now Ulrich looking to move it toward the net, reverses it to the point. Fox trying to hustle there, can't quite make it. She was trying to storm down the left side circle. Bruno tries to chip it forward, and they're playing this one in neutral ice. A minute left in the power play. Rizzo on pursuit on the near side. Hansen on the far side. Jacobus and Rizzo trying to make the trap. Can't quite do it. Rizzo probably will jump off there, and she does as Menichillo comes on. Here comes Mattone. Brace Mattone through the left wing. Sharp angle shot. Hinch stood her ground there, and because she did that, it was an easy save. That one sent down, and it's going to be an icing. So 30 seconds left on the power play for the Rockets. They lead it 3-0 over the Bells, with 13:36 left in the third period. Rockets in action each of the next 2 nights. So they had 4 games last weekend for the AGHF Showcase. They won 3. And they have 3 games this weekend, and the first one's going their way so far. Hansen on the dot, Menichillo in the slot, Jacobus on the near side hash. Redmond and Mattone on the points. Hansen to Jacobus to Redmond to Mattone. Menichillo's the only one that hasn't touched it. Matone's snapshot fired wide. Jacobus picks that one up, sends it down low for Menichillo. She'll come at the net, send it down for Hansen, shoveled ahead with the belly, and Hinch covers it up. "13 seconds left in the power play. Still plenty of time for the Rockets to set up. Hansen on the dot once again. Menichillo's in the slot. Same setup as a moment ago. Durso versus Hansen. Hansen wins it again. To Jacobus again. To Redmond again. To Mattone again. Snapshot again. Goes just wide again. It's deja vu all over again. Rockets move it around exactly the same way. Mattone chipped toward the net. Menichillo got a piece. Rebound shot. Hinch made the first and the second save in the sequence. The first with the left pad, the second with possibly the blocker. As the Rockets move the puck around with alacrity. Penalty has been killed off. Lacey grabs that fluttering puck before it could hit the ice, and the Rockets will take the defensive zone face-off with 12:46 left in period 3, and a 3-0 lead for New Jersey. Rockets hoping to welcome Kirsty Kamakar and Cici Nieves back to the lineup on Saturday. We'll hope that comes to fruition as they travel to Menon Sports Arena in Morristown, New Jersey to face the New Jersey Colonials. Dolls move it all the way back into their defensive zone, taking 2 steps back to make 1 step forward as they have it in the offensive zone. They keep it in at the point on the left side. That looks like Kramer. Needs a little help over there. Gets it. Kindergarten soccer as they all bunch up. 4 players, 5 players, and 6. Somebody shoots it over to the opposite side and it's chased down. Cook was applying the pressure. Bell sent it in. Rockets pick it up. Chipped up but not out. Here comes a Bell down low. Shot was tipped off of a stick and goes just wide. Lacey hasn't been tested too much, but when she's needed to, she's gobbled up pucks and created face-offs for a reset. Looks like Jacobus there on the dot. Wins it back. Moved up the far side boards. Menichillo picks it up off the feed from Fox. Menichillo has Jacobus and Hansen, but sent it just a little too far. Jacobus picks it up, goes for Hansen. Hansen tries to shovel it at the net, tries to center it. It goes to Jacobus, but she can't handle it. Mattone pitches in at the point, sends it down low. Radoshevsky ping-pongs it back. Hansen's going to pick it up in the circle. Between the points, Bruno tries to chip it forward. Hinch knocks it down, but the rebound is popped in by Payton Jacobus. PJ's second of the game makes it 4-0 with 11:09 left in period 3. Not much Hinch could do with that one. She got the first and even the second, and on the far side, unmarked, Jacobus was there previously on her goal. Jacobus was unmarked in the front of the net at the top of the slot. And that pushes it to 4-0. Rockets have 11:09 to finish off here. And the sign of a good team would be one that could gain the lead and then keep it. Ulrich for Cook. Cook centers it. Hinch knocks it away with the stick. Saw it through a lot of traffic. She's been sharp. The 4 really have not had much to do with anything she could have done. She kept it to 2-0 with a couple of spectacular saves earlier. Cook and Konecki battle. Redmond through traffic. Steered aside by Hinch. Sent back this way. off the board. Redmond keeps it in, looked like Hodges. Tries to send it down for Ulrich, who gets it at the top of the circle on the far side. Ulrich reversing. Ulrich between the points. Redmond's going to get off the shot. Stick save. Rebound there. Cook. Now Ulrich. Now a save, and she covers. Rizzo was on the back door hoping that puck was going to score through. Ulrich was there trying to pound it forward. She did. But Hinch got down, got it into the pads, and covered it up with the glove while it was inside the butterflied pads. 10-10 left. Period 3, 4-0 Rockets. Jacobus on the dot, Hansen in the slot, Menichillo, who now gets the puck on the far wing. Menichillo walks right from the bottom of the circle all the way toward the slot, but can't keep it. Turnover, and Stone moves it out. Sent in up the left side wing. Onside, no icing. Rockets will pick it up though. Redmond to Mattone, who sends it up and gets it far enough out that it clears the blue line. Bells have to reset, exit the zone, and re-enter. And again, now for the third time in the sequence. Chipped up. Hansen's going to grab it for a moment, but can't hold on to it. Stone jumped in there. Now Mattone looking for Menichillo. Tries to get through Pizzoli. Can't do it. Jacobus and Menichillo. Menichillo down low. Menichillo wrist shot. That got the blocker or maybe the bottom of the mask of Hinch. Hinch is tied up in front. Shorn's stick actually got into her own goaltender. Now they tried to power it in front. Menichillo couldn't push the backhand through, and Hinch dives out and sprawls forward to cover it with the glove. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 9:06 remaining. 4-0 Rockets over the Bells. The homestanding Bells in Hollydell Ice Arena. If you're an NHL fan, this is the area in which Johnny Gaudreau grew up. The new Columbus Blue Jackets. Sent between the points where Bruno will get it and send it to Ulrich. Rizzo's in front, obscured by the goaltender. Sent through the slot for Connelly, who picks it up, tries to center it. Hinch will sprawl out and cover it up, with Rizzo on the back door and her old teammate Radishevsky right behind her. Those two have mixed it up a couple of times out there. A couple of girls playing good hard hockey. Looks like Appleby will skate off. Didn't see what the call was, but the Rockets will have another power play with 8:47 left. Ulrich on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Connelly on the near side wing. Konecki wins the face-off, but it's sent all the way around, and Fox picks it up. She and Rizzo play catch, centering feed, shot redirected by Connelly, and Ulrich tried to redirect it even more and got a little talking to from Radishevsky. Ulrich on the dot, Connelly in the slot, Cook on the far wing. Fox at the left point, Bruno at the right. Sent to Fox at the point, chipped forward, regains it to herself. Ulrich back to Fox. Fox sends it toward the net. Connelly tried to redirect it from a far angle. Radishevsky's going to pick it up and skate up the left wing. Gets hounded by Connelly there. Force the rush to not be clean, but the Bells pick it up shorthanded and march in anyway. Shot goes just wide. 1:20 left in the power play for the Rockets, who will have to get it out of their defensive zone before they can add to their 4-0 lead, and they certainly don't want to give up a shorthander here, as Lacey has eyes on the clean sheet. Lacey and Markland have both been spectacular so far this season. Although Lacey hasn't been tested much in this game, she's done everything that she's needed to do and a little bit more. Ulrich tries to force the play, couldn't get it. Menichillo now out there with Hansen on the wings. Ulrich is going to skate it off, and I imagine Jacobus is going to jump on for the last 34 seconds of the power play. Rockets couldn't get it established here yet. Hodges trips trying to come out of the zone. Rockets looking to possess it, but Redmond will have to hustle back and pick that one up in her own zone, and she'll touch it up with 20 seconds left on the power play and just over 7 minutes left in the game. 4-0 Rockets as Hansen moves in on the power play. She'll try to get the shot off, but Stone knocks it away and it goes just wide. It comes to the point where it eludes Mattone, but it will go for an icing, and the Rockets will get an offensive zone draw with 1 second left on the power play. There's some good and bad to that. You have the extra bit of manpower if you win the face-off, so you can hustle. And it takes a few seconds for the player to come out of the box and get back into the play. The flip side is if the defending team wins the face-off, they can send it up and try to hit the other player coming out of the penalty box. They do win the face-off, but they can't hit her coming out of the box. And the Rockets will try to battle to keep the puck in. They can't as Stone moves it out. Sent in, but not with possession. That's been the story so far. The Bells have been able to get the puck into the Rockets zone, but they just really haven't been able to maintain any possession against the Rockets' strong team defense. Menichillo right down the middle. She's 1-on-3, and the third is the one to knock it away, but the Rockets still possess it, and that's been really the difference in the game. The Rockets have been able to keep those possessions while the Bells haven't been able to, and it's created a few scoring chances. One right there by Hansen, but it's knocked down with the Bells logo across the crest of Hinch, and she covers it with the catching glove before it could hit the ice. 6:01 left in the game, 4-0 Rockets. A power play goal by Connelly just 69 seconds into the game. Rockets move it in off the face-off. Rizzo and Radoszewski have continue their bump fest in the far corner. Bells move it out, back to even strength. They hit the brakes, but Bruno doesn't fly right by, being the maverick that she is. Bells try to center it, can't get it through, comes to the point. Wrist shot, Lacey kicks it aside with the right pad to the near corner. Bruno chips it up. Rizzo's going to pick this one up. Rizzo and Radoszewski. Rizzo tries to dump it, didn't have much room there. Radoszewski stops. Rizzo hounds her. Rizzo tries to steal. Did she force the turnover? Bruno dives and sells out. Radoszewski comes to get it. Cook was trying to join her, but a little too late. And Robertson backhands it toward the offensive zone. Lacey's going to come out, leave it for Mattone. 5 minutes left in the game. Mattone up for Rizzo, who tips it and allows the rest of the change to take place. Bell's trying to move it up. They can't get it out as Menichillo steps in there right in front of the Bells bench. 4 are there, 5 are there, 6 are there. It pops out, the Bells get it out, but Mattone's there to pick it up. Mattone banks it off the near side boards, is looking for Hansen as we tick under 4:30 left in the game. Jacobus picks that one off with the right shin pad and sends it back in. Bells forced to come all the way back once again. Menichillo, that's Mattone. Stone picks it up, sends it off the boards in front of her own bench. Redmond up to Hansen. Tried to dangle Pizzoli, but couldn't quite get through. Hughes, I think that is, picks it up and skates it over the line on the left side. Sends it forward. Redmond picks it off of her and skates it around her own net. Up for Menichillo, but can't get it out of the corner over there. 3:45 left, 4-0 Rockets. Barring a terrific breakdown, this game is going to push them to 7-1 for the season. And one of the things that could do that is penalties. And it looks like they are going to the box. Or is it the Bells going? Oh, it's the Bells going to the box. And looks like it's a trip. So the Rockets will embark on what I believe is power play number 5. Connelly scored on the power play early. Connelly on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Cook on the near side wing. Faceoff goes right to the middle. Rizzo backhand goes just wide. Cook, Rizzo at the back door if they get it over there. Redmond, she'll take a shot, goes just wide. Cook trying to hustle to get it. 2-on-1 with Radoszewski. It'll go to Mattone. Mattone will take it all the way down, tries to center it. It goes off Radoszewski. Mattone will curl it around, center it for Cook. It eludes her stick. Connelly covers the point, sends it to the near side boards. Radoszewski picks it off, sends it out, and they get it out of the zone. 1:24, now 1:20 left, and we're under 3 minutes. 4-0 Rockets, still on the power play. When I said that 1:24 or 1:20, that's in the power play. The Rockets have had the better of the amount of power plays in this game by a long shot. They've stayed out of the box, and the opponent has been in the box. Rockets will pick it up behind their own net. 1 minute left on the power play. Jacobus moves it through neutral ice to Cook. Cook and Rizzo will break in together. Cook wrist shot, it goes wide. Hinch let that one steer aside. Comes between the points and out. Doria will skate it out. Skate it all the way into the far corner, ragging the puck. Killing time on the penalty, which is what you're supposed to do, and she's doing it effectively. Sent up the near side point. It was tipped by somebody, no icing, so Hinch comes out to play it. It went off of a Bell's stick there as one of the Rockets was firing it up. Gets in the referee's skate. Hansen picks it up with 15 seconds left in the power play. Rolling puck on its end. Menichillo and Pizzoli will battle for it there. Menichillo falls down. Pizzoli leaves the stick, but Menichillo fell on it, so it's not a holding the stick there. That one goes just over the blue line, and Bruno touched it and sent it back in, so it's an icing. Once again, there's 1 second left in the power play and a face-off, and that's exactly what happened in the last power play. There's under 100 seconds left in the game, so the Rockets have this one in hand. This would have to be a comeback of epic proportions, and even the miracle on Manchester would have something on that as Lacey makes the glove save and covers up the rebound. The miracle on Manchester refers to an amazing LA Kings win, I believe back in the 1981 NHL playoffs against the Edmonton Oilers and a young Gretzky, Messier, Coffey and crew. Rockets win the face-off. Rizzo tries to hustle it out. She gets it out of the zone. Cook to Ulrich. Cook will head toward the slot. Ulrich gets boarded by Pizzoli over there, and they're going to be on yet another power play. And there are the Rockets with 1:08. Ulrich bending over, seems to be okay. Took the hit there. Puck was there, but she had her face to the board, so when you get it from behind, they're going to call that one pretty much every time. Ulrich on the dot, Rizzo in the slot. Cook on the near side hash. 68 seconds left in the game, and unless the Rockets score, it'll be entirely on the power play. Ulrich now tries to get it into the slot. Cook was there. Cook battling for it. Rockets will keep it in as Cook steals it with the skates, but it's recovered. Spin move by Kramer. Kramer just hounded. If she gets this puck out, it's a Herculean effort by herself. She does. Cook picks it up, gets it back in. Cook looking for Ulrich down low. Rizzo's the other forward there trailing. Radoszewski on the far side sends it to the point. It bounces off the boards and goes all the way out, no icing. Lacey will play it up. She was looking to hit somebody in the middle, maybe Ulrich or Fox. Didn't quite get all the way through. 25 seconds left in the game. Rockets still on the power play, and there's a few numbers out there that wouldn't mind getting their hard work rewarded with a place on the score sheet, but the 0 on the other end, a little bit more important than that, especially to their goalie, but also to their team, and the team defense has been impeccable. That will do it as Cook steers it out up toward Ulrich, and the Rockets complete their trip to Hollydell with a 4-0 victory over the Philadelphia Bells. Lacey with the clean sheet as the phenomenal goaltending and team defense that has been the story of the season so far remains intact. I don't have the shots on goal, but Hinch was very busy, and she kept it from being a more lopsided affair on the scoreboard. So she was under duress for a lot of the game as the Rockets' attack was in full force. It was Connelly on the power play to start, then Ulrich in the first period, and Jacobus potted one in the second and one in the third to make the final 4-0. So 2 for Jacobus, 1 for Ulrich, and 1 for Connelly, the first of the season. That will do it from Hollydell. We'll be back in Morristown, New Jersey, about in the 6 o'clock hour on Saturday. So take a break from the college football and get ready for the baseball pre-games and post-games, and join us for Rockets hockey then. And then on NFL Sunday at about 6:40 or thereabouts, you can join us once again as the Rockets take on the New York Islanders, who they beat in the season opener, this time from Rock Ice. So 2 away games and a home game for the Rockets this weekend. And we want you to join us here. The way to do that is to hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we are streaming live or upload a better copy of the game or do coach interviews, then you will get an alert and you will know just how to join us. If you've joined us from the other side, from the Bell side, we appreciate very much your support, and it is a pleasure, no matter which side you're on, to watch your daughter, your niece, your granddaughter, your sister, your friend, or yourself if you're watching later on demand. So we appreciate all that support, and spread the word if you like what you see. And another thing that's been great, especially this year, I've been nice enough to experience some of the crew on the opposition sharing compliments, and they are very, very, very much appreciated and very humbling. So thank you very much for all of that. Thank you for checking it out tonight. The final from Hollydell, New Jersey. Rockets 4, Philadelphia Bells nothing. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets girls hockey.